Hello everybody, it's me, Dr. Whimsy, and today we're having another tea time where we talk about all things frugal and healthy. But before we get started, I'm going to tell you what my tea is. The tea I have chosen is raspberry black tea, and this is fun. This was a gift I received from some colleagues last year, and I'm still working through it. If you like the idea of raspberry tea and black tea, one of the things you can do is you can go, if you have raspberries in your area, if you go and do your own picking, now is the season, by the way, you can pick your raspberries and pick some of the leaves, and it's considered good for women's health. It's actually considered a woman's tonic without the caffeine, without the black tea. It's also used by pregnant women to help with pregnancy. So that is the tea. Another one you can do is the blackberry tea, also fun, where you gather up the blackberries and the blackberry leaves and mix it in. You can dry it and make a tea from that as well. It tastes really great. So I'm going to do what I always do and take a quick sip. It's really good. I love the taste of raspberries. So today I decided to talk about daily habits that can improve your health that don't cost a lot of money. And this goes back to a reoccurring theme that we've talked about here on Broke Aristocrats, about the idea of making healthy choices throughout the day, that the moderate lifestyle is really associated with long life and good health. Living a balanced, moderate lifestyle, it doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's associated with being a happier person and being a healthier person. The first area of moderation that I want to talk about is consuming less food. Consuming less food. That doesn't mean starving yourself or reducing your caloric intake so much you're hungry, but simply not overeating. People who live long lives don't overeat. So even if you were to change absolutely nothing else and you were just to live your life the way you always do, but simply not take that second helping of food, simply stop eating when you're satisfied and learn to eat less calories, you would be improving your health and probably extending your life. So that is the first thing, simply the act of reducing caloric intake, even if it's as little as 10%. Number 2, don't eat after 6 p.m. This was based on some interesting studies that found that intermittent fasting does in fact help people lose weight more effectively than if you're on the same amount of calories but you eat later in the evening. For whatever reason, I have my theories. Eating late at night makes it more difficult to lose weight. One of the theories has to do with something which is called our natural circadian rhythm. We burn calories at certain times throughout the day, and our metabolism slows down at night. And so if we want to be in harmony with that circadian rhythm, we really want to begin pulling back and not eating past a certain time in the evening. If you can't stop at 6 p.m., then try 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Certainly not any midnight snacking. If you simply put that aside and stop eating after your dinner meal, and I think dinner should be one of the lighter meals of the day, you're going to be more successful at losing weight and being healthy. Number 3, it seems redundant and it's been said before, but I can't help but say it again. Drink more water. Studies have shown that people who stay hydrated and drink water are less hungry and they don't consume as much food as people who drink less water. So making sure that you are hydrated, that you're drinking adequate amounts of water, is associated with being successful at losing weight and maintaining a healthy weight. How much water should you drink? Well, that's really a conversation you can have with your doctor. Everybody is different, but most naturopaths, as long as a person doesn't have an enlarged prostate or some kind of other underlying condition, kidney failure, obviously if you're on dialysis, but most normal healthy people, we say that they should consume approximately half their weight in ounces. So if a person weighed 150 pounds, we would say approximately 75 ounces. Those are approximate numbers. Number 4, avoid foods that are processed or what we call the white foods. These are foods that tend to have a high glycemic index, and we really discourage people from consuming them. French fries, we love them. They don't love us. White flour definitely is on that list. White rice is on that list. Anything that's in a package with names and things you can't pronounce. Picking up packages and saying, look what I got, it was 3 for 1 at the grocery store. Those things tend to be overly processed and not particularly good for you. Actually I had 7. I apologize. I have 7 tips today. Number 6, that is to make your own food. This was based on studies that found that people that go out to eat consume more calories on average. And the reason for that is because the restaurants will often pile up a lot of food on our plates, and then we feel compelled to eat everything on the plate, and so we eat more. But if you make food at home, you will only put on the plate what you think you can eat. You won't overeat. So I think that the study showed something like as much as 1/3 more. So the more we eat out, the more we overeat. We tend to overeat by substantially more eating out. So one way to save money is to eat out less often, but also you're going to be eating less. So it's good for your pocketbook and it's good for your health. And tip number 6 I wrote down is stretch and move. It doesn't cost any extra money to stretch and move, but getting up and stretching every day is really important for our health, particularly if you feel like you're becoming stiff or your muscles are beginning to atrophy and you don't have a lot of energy, if you're semi-bedridden, if you haven't been that physically active. One of the things you can try to do is, to the best of your ability, we want people to stretch. Just stretch the muscles. Of course, we never want you to stretch beyond what's comfortable for you, and we never want you to stretch so much that you're actually injuring yourself. Don't bounce when you stretch. I sometimes do that, and I always have to watch myself. But gentle, gentle. I get frustrated because I really want to do the splits. But slow and steady wins the race. So in the morning when you get up, just start by letting yourself hang very gently. Try and touch your toes. Just do a little bit of stretching. There's some great YouTube videos you can check out, but stretching, moving is a great idea. It's one of the things we definitely also talk to people about as people become older and muscles, tendons tend to be more short if we're less physically active. Finally, number 7, and this was my favorite one, consider adopting a dog from a rescue, dog and from the pound or from a shelter. Shelter dogs are amazing, and the other great thing that we have found, research has shown that people who adopt dogs live longer. And the reason why we think that's true, not so much with cats but with dogs, is because dogs force us to get out and move and get out and walk. And that 20 minutes or 30 minutes that you have to get up and take your dog for a walk, hopefully you're doing that if you're a good pet owner, means that your dog is taking you for a walk. And by getting you up and moving, you are physically breathing, you're physically exercising, and you're getting in some exercise. If you're in an ideal situation, then you're walking your dog twice in the morning, and your dog is walking you twice in the morning, once in the morning and once in the evening, and that is really great for a person's overall health. The other great thing is that dogs are companions, and we think simply the physical act of loving something and taking care of something may, in and of itself, extend life. All right, so those are my 7 tips from me to you on how to improve your health without spending any money. Hopefully you came up with some ideas of your own, and be sure and share them. I'd love to find out what they are. I want to thank you for watching this video of Broke Aristocrats. Be sure and share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And tell me what you're doing to take care of yourself without breaking the bank. We always want to hear it, and we always love to hear great ideas. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.